All right, Tone Central guys, welcome back. We got a new guitar in from a customer that we've got a little bit of a problem on. We've got really bad action on this thing. It doesn't even work as a guitar. It sounds like this. So we're going to take it from sounding like that to sounding like this. Stay tuned. There's a couple of things we're going to look at here. You can look at the top of the guitar to check for humidity problems. Look to see if there's any sinking on either side of the bridge that'll drop the bridge down and lower your action. Looking at this in the light, there's a little bit of a dip, but not nearly enough. There's still enough arch to keep that where it should be. Next thing we're going to look at, the saddle. The saddle is very short. You can see, if you look at the action here, you can see that the strings are incredibly low to the fretboard at the low end here. So that usually indicates that the saddle's too low. And looking at the third thing that can cause this problem, which is usually the culprit in this kind of situation, we've got a very, very straight neck. But there needs to be a little bit of relief going from here to here so that when you press a string down here, it doesn't hit every fret on the way down. I probably didn't explain that very well, but it's proper relief, and this one has zero relief. It's almost backbowed. So there's two things we're going to look at to fix this guitar. First thing, we're going to do a quick truss rod adjustment, see how that feels. Then we're going to put a shim underneath the saddle and try and get it to where it still keeps a nice low playable action, but is not a percussion instrument. So let's get a tool and get going. Okay, so we found the proper adjustment wrench for the truss rod here, so that's where we're going to start. Okay, get in there. We're going to start with a half turn. I know it's going to need more than this, but we're going to start with a half turn because I don't want to do too much at once. Okay, so there we go, about a half turn. And of course, when we're done with all the adjustments, we'll throw fresh strings on it, get it to where it plays nice and good for the... This thing was just so bad that I didn't want to ruin a set of new strings while I did the adjustments, going on and off and on and off. So, a little better, but it's still going to need more. You can actually hear some of the note, but let's go with another half turn. Okay. In guitars this age, I like to knock on the back of the neck like that because the vibrations can make that truss rod come loose so you don't end up with a surprise adjustment later. A lot of times truss rods will get sticky after being sitting in the same spot for 30 years. So just taking your open palm, using the ball of your hand, and knocking on the back of that neck won't hurt the neck, won't hurt the guitar, but the vibrations can make that truss rod come unseized so you don't end up with a surprise later and all of a sudden have a bow and arrow instead of a guitar. See how we're looking. Still way out of tune, but we're getting closer on action height. We got a little bit of relief now. We're going to go about a quarter turn more. And then we're going to go from there. There's definitely a lot less tension on this rod now than there was. It was cranked all the way tight before. Let's tune it. Okay, so what we did, we got it all adjusted here, all tuned up. Sounds good, plays good. We're pretty much ready to throw some new strings, polish her up, and give her back to the customer. Thanks for watching Tone Central.